Hello, we're in chapter 1.1, Linear Equations and Inequalities of Barnett, and the very last goal left in this section is being able to solve applications involving linear equations and inequalities. So the book provides this procedure for solving word problems, which you've probably also seen in other textbooks in the past. So if you would like, take a second and pause the video now and read through these 5 steps. And let us consider the following example. Break-even analysis is a very popular topic of discussion in this textbook. It will show up again. But let's start reading here. It says a recording company produces compact discs, CDs. One-time fixed costs for a particular CD are $24,000. This includes costs such as recording, album design, and promotion. Variable costs amount to $6.20 per CD and include the manufacturing, distribution, and royalty costs for each disc actually manufactured and sold to a retailer. The CD itself is sold to retail outlets at $8.70 each. How many CDs must be manufactured and sold for the company to break even? Well, before we do anything, I guess we should briefly talk about what it means for a company to break even. And what it means for a company to break even is that its revenue, the money it generates from its business, whether it's selling CDs or whatever, its revenue must equal its cost. In other words, how much money it's costing the company to run its business. So we're trying to see what level of CD sales will give us revenue equal cost here. Well, following the proposed steps here to the solution, we're going to let X equal the number of CDs that are manufactured and sold. In other words, that's the number of goods sold and made. In this case, the goods are CDs. Well, we were told in the problem that the fixed costs were $24,000 and the variable costs were $6.20 per CD, which is 620x for us in terms of x. These two together, remember, will give you total cost, right? Which is what we've denoted with the letter C below. So C, the total cost of producing X CDs, is simply the sum of the fixed costs and the variable costs, and that will be 24,000 plus 620x. Okay. On the other hand, we have revenue, right? That's the return on the sales of XCDs. And we use the letter R to denote revenue. And what would our revenue be? If you need to go back, notice that we're selling these at $8.70 each. So our revenue here should be $8.70 times X, the number of CDs we sell, times $8.70 per CD. Okay, so those are 2 relationships that we found so far. And well, the company breaks even if cost equals revenue, right? That is, if those 2 expressions for cost and revenue are equal to each other. So once again, from the previous slide, cost is 24,000 plus 620x, and that's supposed to equal revenue, which was 870x. Okay, so I'm just going to back up one more time to show you 870x equals 24,000 plus 620x. Well, in step 4, we simply solve this equation for x. Now we have one equation, one unknown, which relates cost and revenue, and we use that to solve for x. And probably a good start would be to subtract 620x from both sides here, so that we could solve for x. This is 24,000. Equals 8.7 minus 6.2 is 2.5x, and we should now divide both sides by 2.5. That is going to give us that x is 9,600, which you could verify with a calculator. So the company must make and sell 9,600 CDs in order to break even. That's the number that's going to make cost equal revenue. Okay, and we should always check our answer. And surely enough, when we do 24,000 plus 6.2 times 9,600, we're replacing x here with our answer. That gives us a total cost of $83,520. And likewise, if we replace x with 9,600 into the formula for revenue, which was 8.70x, we get 83,520 for revenue as well. So since costs equals revenue, the company breaks even.